This is the stock for Golden Entertainment, most famously known as being the owners of the Stratosphere Hotel and Casino right here in Vegas. And this chart goes back to 2022. And for the last 4 years, Golden Entertainment has been consistently just shriveling up as a profitable company. So, in their quest to increase the value of their company, what did Golden Entertainment do? Did they decide to run promotions and create more value for consumers? Or did they come up with an innovative marketing campaign that would win you back to their brand? Well, of course they didn't. Those things would require effort. It's these sorts of things plus GDP numbers that are staggeringly scary that were just released the other day that we're going to talk about in this video. Look at this roller coaster, huh? This is actually this is the stock chart for what became known as Golden Entertainment over the course of time, and you can see all the highs and the lows. Okay, and it's really terrible. We've had everything from speculation that they would be acquired by a tribal casino before they were called Lakes Entertainment, before they were Golden Entertainment. They found all sorts of problems with projects. They had mergers. They had new ratings on credit bonds. And then we had COVID reopening right here. And for a time, Golden Entertainment, for about 2 years, right after COVID reopening, was the stock that investors loved in the gaming space more than anybody else. You can see the peak value after COVID reopening, and then inflation, gasoline prices, everything that could work against a budget operator started to hit them. And it's been downhill since 2022. Now, we talked about this on this channel back in November of last year. That's when things were first announced. And basically, this creates another leaseback on the Las Vegas Strip. What is more wild is that nearly every single thing you see in this drone footage is actually owned by Wall Street, private credit companies. But we really should have seen the writing on the wall last year. An article that came out in early August was talking about another strip operator suffering a summer swoon. We have Golden Entertainment there admitting that their hotel occupancy fell to 69% at the Stratosphere. This is the part of the video I'm supposed to go 69. Noise, but I promised my wife I wouldn't do dirty old man jokes now that I'm in my 40s. Oh, and before you guys go getting a watery mouth and saying, well, I'm going to trade, I'm going to short, or I'm going to buy this, do me a favor. First of all, don't take stock advice from YouTubers. I never give you stock tips. I'm not an investor. You're probably going to not trade this right. You might be shorting it right now, but once that deal goes through, it's going through the roof. No, a much, much easier thing today would have been to have played a game of pattern recognition and waited till red takes out green and made, I swear to you, this move up, I'm not a numbers guy, but that was a 286 point move to the upside. You didn't have to do all of it, but if you did, what, $5,720 today in an hour? Now, in just a minute, I'm going to give you two pieces of really mind-blowing information. How much is the Stratosphere ownership going to pay to rent that building from Vici Properties? The second thing I'm going to tell you is about our growth. Because if we're not in a recession, I don't know what is across America. But first, we got to talk about our sponsor, 1K a day. Look at this. Every single time here, we have the price go down, and then a green bar comes out bigger than it. You could have clicked a button and made some money going up. First time it happens, it makes you $700. Second time, maybe you're looking at $200. Happens again, it's a $1,500 profit. That's just one of a few things I teach in 1K a day. Quick student testimonial. He's like, Steven, I traded in this part right here. I started off really cautiously, and then I just stayed in, and I made 6,000. Blew me away, right? That's when I'm supposed to say results aren't typical, but I don't know what your capacity for this is, but I know that it's not hard. So if you want to get involved in something that's literally life-changing and you want to see how simple this stuff can really be, here's what I want you to do for yourselves. I have a link down in the first pinned comment below. Take you right to my snazzy brand new website. Just click on Get Instant Access right here. Post to charge $2,000 for it. I have coupon codes still for the first 4 people watching right now. Only 4 spots. Type in the code NEWS48 and you'll get the whole course for $249. But I can't stress enough. People are begging me, Steven, I got income tax refunds coming. Can you just hold it off? I'm trying really hard, guys. If it goes up tomorrow, don't shoot me. It's where I host the site. They make me raise the prices. Now we're going to talk about the rent that Golden Entertainment's going to pay. How much do they have to make a year to keep their roof over their heads, and are they going to pass that on to you? Then we're going to talk about the terrible GDP numbers in the national economy. But before we do that, for all of you economic people watching this, if it's your first time, I want you to put the word yes in the chat. I'm going to shout out everybody on my first time in my next video. You'll be in my next video. And if it's not your first time, just answer this question, okay? Do you still bother eating out? I've heard a lot of people are having some struggles with disposable money. Do you go to restaurants anymore? Leave me a comment. I read the best comments at the end of my videos in every video, and I would love to hear from you and feature you on the channel. Also, subscribe if you're here for the financial stuff. Only the super smart, nerdy 1%ers get to join. That means you're 1% smarter every time you watch me. So, improved tenant diversification and added exposure to the Las Vegas locals market. They want the locals market. And what this means is that they're going to be paying $87 million in annualized rent for their properties in order to not worry about increasing the quality of their product. This was actually summed up when one of the members of the Nevada Gaming Commission Board, who's doing the approval to them to go private, said, as far as wanting to go private, I don't blame you. I think it's a great idea. You don't have to deal with 10Ks, quarterlies, Wall Street breathing down your neck, looking forward to the prognosis in terms of which type of growth and numbers you're going to have. It's just basically taking the yoke from around your neck and getting rid of it. They're saying the quiet part out loud here. They're saying, we understand you don't want to be worried about Wall Street investors. Essentially, though, happy investors make your stocks go up and you make your investors happy by improving your product, right? We do have more details on this deal. So $87 million under a master lease they have to come up with every single year. The lease is for 30 years. And there's some renewal options in the lease as well. But it goes up 2% every single year, beginning on year 3. So years 1 and 2 are the same level, and then it's 2% every year. This is how these companies get into trouble, right? It doesn't matter if it's Las Vegas and a Vegas casino. It doesn't matter if it's a popular restaurant chain. They take their private money up front, and then for the next few years, everything is great. You get a big cash injection and infusion. Suddenly, though, you need to make 2% more than you did last year. So what do? Maybe the free bread at the restaurant's not free anymore. Perhaps the parking is now only paid valet parking, or mandatory parking for everybody. The little fees, they start to accrue and add up, and over time, you've enshittificated your entire product line to the point where nobody likes you anymore, and you're wondering why you still can't make money this way. And before you know it, you are Caesar's palace with billionaires bidding over the bones of your company that's become vastly unprofitable. I'm sorry, for legal reasons, I have to point something out. Caesar's has massive cash liquidity, but they don't have good stocks. Like, I don't give you financial investment advice. It's not what I do. I just teach you how to make maybe $1,500 in 2 minutes by clicking buttons on futures charts. Click the link below, get the course. What's wrong with you? Come on, just do it, like Arnold would say. But this is the last 3 years, 4 years with Caesar. Like, you can't keep doing this. It's not how it works. But that's not the only thing working against companies like Stratosphere, who are basically looking for regular folks that have regular folk jobs. People in the $60,000 to $100,000 households, because the numbers came out for GDP. That's our growth rate for the quarter, and they're not good. They're not just not good. They're flat out alarm bell, 5 alarm, 10 alarm. They're bad. Okay, but here's the deal. It was supposed to be 0.7%. But what you need to understand is, look at this number here. This was the previous quarter, 4.4% in the previous quarter. It's like if you were a kid and you had an allowance that was $4.40 one week, and then the next week your parents gave you 50 cents. You'd be saying, "Hey, where's my dollars and cents? Where did it go? I don't know. Why don't you tell me?" But at least people are spending money, right? Oh, never mind. It says here that personal income decreased $18.2 billion at a monthly rate in February, according to estimates, and that disposable income basically went down. So it's like a double whammy at this point, okay? And guess what? We're not talking right now about March, that was the Iranian war and oil prices and everything going forward costing more and more and more. So here's the Dow Jones moving away from NASDAQ. Yeah, if we've been correcting here since February, now here we are in April, and we had some good news with the ceasefire. Oh, wait, what's that? I'm getting reports that the ceasefire what? Oh, okay. Well, so much for a ceasefire. And you should probably know that what you're seeing here is all US military aircraft just falling into place. So going forward, like you need to know how to benefit. You need to know that it goes up and down. And also watch this. These are liquid crude futures. You know, it did fall after we had the ceasefire that lasted for 12 hours. And now guess what, Chuck? We're back up in a trend. So that's where everything's going. That's how the markets are moving. They're shifting from how can we improve the product, make it better for you, make a better company for ourselves, treat our employees better, to how can we lay people off, go private, take private money, add taxes and fees to everything, make our stock prices go up so all of our executives and shareholders make money, and leave you in a worse place than when you started, because that's what it is nowadays in America. It's very sad. I love this country. This is the best country to live. This is the country that gave me all the opportunities that I ever had. But I see so many of you guys struggling to figure all this stuff out, which is why I make these videos, which is why I show people how to click buttons when reds and greens happen all over a chart, and which is why I tell you that even if you don't ever become a student or do anything with me, you need to learn this stuff for yourself. But now on to your comments. Here we have Mr. John saying, what time are the live streams this weekend? I informed my supervisor that I was not available for overtime. Oh, shucks, you should not take don't do that, but thank you. I'll be live streaming this weekend on Saturday and on Sunday night. Thinking that on Saturday will come out in the afternoon as well as maybe Sunday morning. Wow. MK Real Life here had a comment about working in the casino industry. They say right now they're paying 50% of everything they make to their rent. Yesterday's video or was it the day before? We were talking about, it was the day before last. I'll put it next to my head when this video closes out. We were talking about the rent burden and how Vegas is one of the worst cities for it, but it's propping up everywhere and people end up paying more and more rents. You should never pay more than 30% for your housing, be it a mortgage or a rent that you have. That keeps you in a safe space if you have emergencies and what have you. And I have J Mac here saying, good luck with the transition, Steven. Yeah, transition time, right? Because you guys may not know this, but I started this channel 6 years ago, 7 years ago now. And my videos used to be very much about tourism and travel and all the fluffy stuff on the Las Vegas Strip. But there's a reason I'm turning this into an economics channel. See, these videos here, these were my financial channel explaining what happened in Vegas last year. And they got 1 million views, 300,000, 1.3 million. And what's wild is that YouTube tells me what my people watch me are watching. They're watching all these different political channels, mostly. We occasionally have a Jacob's Life in Vegas channel here, but if you take a look, I don't think I see a single Vegas channel in this list of channels that you guys are subscribed to. We do have one. It's the Eternal Jacob's Life in Vegas. And that shows me that we are pushing more towards the economy. We're pushing more towards teaching and preparing you guys for what's coming next. So if that's the case and you guys like what I'm doing, like, share, subscribe, do all that stuff. There is some videos next to my head. You can click on one and it'll show you what we were talking about in our past video. We have another one right above our head that YouTube thinks you will like. I'm on Mondays through Fridays with new uploads, streams twice a week. Subscribe, you'll see the strip live. And until we chat again, I am looking forward to when I see you next time.